Hello everyone, it's Kay here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do a little share. Kerr did another lovely freebie in her group, Happiness in Crafting, and it's another monochrome to go alongside the one that she'd previously done, and this time it was the outline of this glorious little box, which is actually quite deep. As you can see, I have lined, I just printed out on ordinary copier paper and then adhered it to the cardstock that I wanted to use and then cut it all out again. A little bit of glitter. I always use the crystal stickles because I just think it is absolutely gorgeous and highlights just what you want highlighted and no more. It is lovely. And I actually printed out on the bottom here is the logo for Happiness in Crafting. I did make two because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, so that was the first one I made up, and then I decided I would go on, make up the second one that I printed out and put some little bits and pieces in it, which is what I've gone on and done. So that one is in its natural state with no extras, just the little bit of Stickles glitter glue on it, and you can see it is absolutely beautiful. And then this one I did a bit of understated decorating on, as I'm sure you'll agree. It's just that tiny little black bow. I then used this tiny little punch from the Woodware collection to form the centre, and used a tiny little flat back bead which is all shiny in the centre of that to bring some focus into the centre of the box, and put the crystal Stickles glue all around the places that I'd previously glittered, probably a few more because when I get started I never know quite when to stop. And that is then the base of the box, and when you lift it off I've made some lovely little bits and pieces to go inside. Again, the flowers here, the paperclip flowers, were very much inspired by G, who was making these little flowers out of 5 circles, applying a little bit of disguiser on the back to keep everything together and hold the top of the paperclip safe. And then I put a little silver centre on the flower in the middle, and then another of the little flat backed black beads. And I decided, in keeping with the monochrome effect of the beautiful designer paper, I would keep that going and just add a little bit of silver in for an extra little something to make the flowers look even prettier, if that's possible. But they are an absolute delight. I know it would restrict what the flowers were applied to, but you know, for the purposes of this little gift set that I've done here, I just wanted it to be just plain and letting the design work speak for itself, and the flowers and everything. The punches I used to make the flowers were given to me by my friend Marlene, and it's from EK Success, and you get the two together. One is just the plain circle and the other has the buttonholing in the centre, so you could use it for faux buttons, or indeed make these decorative little punches on the front of the flower, which make them look a little bit lacy and a little bit different. So I thought I would share those with you in case you were interested. I mean, you can't go wrong with EK Success. They are such a good company and really do take care of the durability and so on of what they sell. It's a nice company to buy from. Not that others aren't, and there's hundreds out there, but from my experience that is what I would say about EK Success. I then went on to make these little heart shapes again, It's a double thickness of the black card. This tiny little flower, which is my favourite go-to flower, and I used the design paper on the back underneath the flower just to throw the flower out, and indeed one of the layers of the flower is also cut out from the designer paper, and I thought they came out really nicely. I was lucky enough to be given some of this very narrow black ribbon from my sister, who made a little wonderful purchase of ribbons online and decided she could share some of it with me. So I have an abundance of black and navy blue fine ribbon, but it all comes in handy and none of it goes to waste, so I'm not complaining by any stretch of the imagination. So I made 3 of those, and then I made 3 of these lovely little tags using the bow again from the cover of the box, and the same black back flat back beads, and the same little sunny flower that I used on the bow on the lid. So there is a bit of a theme running through all the bits and pieces that are in the little box, and I made 3 of those. Absolutely plain on the back, as you can see. That again is a double thickness of the black card because I did want it to feel quite substantial, and that fits into that little box really nicely, and will go out to someone that I have in mind in the not too distant, because I know this is the sort of thing that she will like, and it will inspire her to do bits and pieces in her own right. So that is that lovely little share. I hope as always that you feel inspired, that you've enjoyed what I've shared with you, and if you are not already a member of Happiness in Crafting on Facebook, it simply is just a question of going onto the page on Facebook, answering a couple of very basic, ordinary questions, and then you will hear whether you've been accepted for the group or not, and then you have access to these wonderful freebies that come out on a Friday and are known as the Friday Freebies in the group, and that's how they're promoted. So, you know, if you're interested, go along to the group and sign up. Otherwise, it really is just a lovely selection and another beautiful free page from G. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you're all well and safe. Take care, and bye bye for now. Happy crafting.